So you decided to donate your body to science. First of all, respect. That's a noble choice. But let's be real. Have you ever wondered what actually happens after you sign that paperwork? Hey friends, welcome back to the Encyclopedia and channel, where curiosity is curated. I've always been fascinated what happens to bodies when they die. In fact, when I was a teenager, I wanted to be a mortician because I thought I could give people makeovers without them sassing me. Turns out it's not quite that simple, and neither is donating your body to science. Donating your body to science means giving up what happens to your body after death. Are you going to be used to test bombs, be thrown from a plane, given a posthumous facelift? Because as it turns out, there's a wide variety of pathways for the body that's been donated to science to take. And once you donate, you have absolutely no say over what journey your body will go on. But first, before you can become a science MVP, you've got to do some paperwork. Yay, bureaucracy. Donating your body to science isn't as easy as, hey, take me when I'm gone. You have to register and sometimes even let your family know so they don't panic when you don't show up at the cemetery. Okay. So the inevitable happens, and now it's time for you to be picked up. No, it's not a shady van with science spray painted on the side. I checked. In most cases, medical schools or research institutions have special transport teams that collect donations. You won't be taken to a funeral home. No embalming, no casket, just straight to science-y business. All right, now for the interesting part. What exactly happens to your body? Well, it depends on where you go. The most obvious pit stop is medical school. Congrats, Stan! You finally made it to med school! Just not quite the way you imagined. Future doctors need to practice, and that means you might end up on a steel table with a bunch of nervous med students hovering over you, trying not to mess up their first lesson in human anatomy. One section of medical school is plastic surgery. You might get a posthumous facelift. If you don't go to medical school, another place you might end up is at a body farm, basically a CSI playground where scientists study decomposition. That way, crime scene investigators can figure out what happened to real victims by studying how environments and time affect bodies. Crash test cadaver is what some donated bodies end up participating in. Yep, real bodies are sometimes used in crash tests. Two benefits to cadavers over test dummies are: one, cadavers are cheaper, and two, unlike crash dummies, cadavers have internal organs that can be studied after a crash. If you think crash test cadaver sounds like a rough job, here's where things get a little intense. Some donated bodies are used for military and ballistic research to improve armor, weapons, and battlefield medicine. Scientists study how bullets, shrapnel, and explosions affect the human body, so they can create better body armor, helmets, and medical treatments for soldiers. Don't worry, this isn't some creepy secret experiment. The goal is to save lives by understanding how to protect real people from combat injuries. So in a way, you could be helping soldiers survive on a battlefield, which is pretty cool. After all the research is done, most test facilities will cremate the remains and either return them to the family or lay them to rest respectfully. But the knowledge gained from that body donation, that lasts forever-ish. Your final act on Earth? Literally making the world a better place. That's pretty legendary. So if you've ever considered donating your body to science, now you know. It's not creepy. It's actually awesome. You can make a final contribution to making the world a better place. And honestly, that's way cooler and lots cheaper for your family than just sitting in a box underground. All this has me thinking, do I want to donate my body to science? What do you think? Would you do it? Should I? Maybe one last post-death adventure. If you're like me and you have all the questions, join me next time for more of the curious and quirky.